Dear friends, welcome to my first episode of my world record travels. And today I'm going to focus on how I made it to Pakistan. In fact, I'm wearing a shirt that's made in Pakistan when I got it there. And it's very special to talk about this incident in my life. It was on this very day, 10 years ago, when I arrived in Pakistan and I broke the world record. I knew that getting to Pakistan was a challenge because of the political problems that we have between India and Pakistan. But I did not know that it will be such an impossible task. I took a flight and went to Delhi and went to the Pakistan High Commission, and I told them I've traveled to almost every country in the world and Pakistan is the last country. Can you please help me get a visa? They said there's only two ways you can get your visa. One, if you have a blood relative in Pakistan, or if the government invites you. Now, I'm a Pakka South Indian. I have no Pakistani blood or relative in my family. And I have no idea how to get an invitation from the government of Pakistan because I have no links. So I lost almost all my hope except holding on to the promise that Jesus had given me in 2002, saying, Benny, I will take you to every nation by 2010. It so happened that I was in North Korea and I was taken to a hotel called Yanggakdo. It's a 43-story hotel, and I took the lift and I came out of the 32nd floor. As I was walking out of the lift, I saw two men walking towards the lift. And I heard them speak in a language which sounded like Hindi, and I was so excited and I turned around and I said, wow, you're speaking in Hindi. They turned around and said, no, this is Urdu. And so they asked me, who are you? I told them, and I asked them, who are you? And they said, we are the official delegation from the Parliament of Pakistan. So I told them, your country is the last country for me to go. So they told us to meet me at their room at 10 o'clock in the night. And when they gave me their room number, I was shocked. It was diagonally opposite to my room. Just imagine, in a 43-story hotel, you are on the same floor, literally opposite to each other. It is literally a God incidence rather than a coincidence. So at 10 o'clock in the night, I took my guitar, went into their room and started to play my favorite song, My Jesus, My Savior, Lord, There Is None Like You. After I finished performing on that, we had a chat, and I was surprised that the man sitting opposite to me was Mr. Nisar Ahmad Kuro, who was the speaker of the Sindh province over there in Pakistan. He was very gentle and kind, and he said, don't worry about the visa, I will help you get it. I was so excited. Well, we parted our ways. I came back to India and I started to apply once again for Pakistan visa. This time I had a connection. So I went to Delhi. I was so sure of getting my visa because this man had assured, and he had also informed the embassy. I asked my friend Titus Koshi that can I stay in your house for 2 days and I'll get my visa and I'm off to Pakistan. He was very gracious. His family were very kind to me. And 2 days went on for 19 days. Every single day I was hoping for the visa to come through. In fact, I remember making 334 phone calls in 4 days, and every single phone call was rejected from the Ministry of External Affairs in Islamabad. I lost all my hope. So I told Titus, I don't think this is going to work. So I came back to Bangalore. I'm reaching at the threshold of finishing 2010. I have the promise, but in terms of reality, I don't see any hope at all. I still remember getting a phone call on the 19th of November at 2:53 p.m. And it was the ambassador of Pakistan from New Delhi who called up and said, I just got a phone call from Mr. Nisar Ahmad Kuro. Can you come to the embassy and we will issue the visa on Monday? I was just so thrilled. And I'll tell you, I just want to tell you a little bit about what happened on that special day, 22nd of November, which happened to be a Monday. I took a flight, went to Delhi on Sunday night, and on Monday morning, this is what happened. At 9:34 a.m., I reported at the Pakistan High Commission in New Delhi. At 11:09, my passport was received by the visa officer. At 12:11 afternoon, my visa was granted. At 12:36 p.m., I arrived at the Pakistan International Airlines office because without getting your visa, you will not be able to get your air ticket. 12:51, my tickets were issued, but I'm on waiting list. At 1:30 p.m., I arrived at the New Delhi International Airport, and by 2 o'clock, I was given my boarding pass, but I'm still on waiting list. Suspense keeps going on. At 2:20, I'm cleared from waiting list, and at 2:45, I boarded the plane, and at 5:55 p.m., I arrived in Karachi, Pakistan, and I broke the world record and became the fastest man to travel to every country in the shortest time. That is, both sovereign and dependent countries, including Antarctica, in 6 years, 6 months, and 22 days. Dear friends, during this time of pandemic, might be you are at the threshold of giving up. In fact, we have come to the end of this year. There might be so much of hope that is gone, so much of dreams that are broken and shattered. And we don't know what to do, and we don't even know what to expect next year. I want to tell you, I was in that place 10 years ago with regards to Pakistan. And God intervened in such a beautiful and amazing manner. Of all the places in North Korea, I found the help that I needed in order to go to Pakistan. I want to tell you, in the most darkest places, in the most difficult seasons that you might be in, you can still find a ray of light, hope that you can find through Jesus Christ. That is my personal testimony, and I hope that this story will encourage you and will inspire you to hold on to hope for a brighter future. Once again, if you like this story, please do subscribe and also click that bell icon so that you can get notified every time I tell a story on YouTube. And do share it with your friends so that this story of hope and this story of transformation can become a blessing to others. God bless you all.